Alright guys, so it's gonna be a raw video. We're about, what's it called? 6 minutes from market open. And yeah, so let's get into it. It's gonna be a live trade. No cuts, just me mapping out my day, taking a trade, hopefully winning, staying disciplined, working on my rules, all that good stuff. So we got 4-hour draws in liquidity, and previous day high, looks like right there. We pre-market swept that right here, looks like, because of the news. But whatever. And okay. Where's Asian session low? I guess that is. Oh, that's green. I didn't even see that. Okay. Let's see, what's this? Oh, guess there's probably some support in there. Alright, so bias due to news. I'm feeling bullish. I think we could probably at least come up here, but we will see. Okay. Besides that, I am gonna mark out ES now, or the S&P 500. Sounds weird when I say ES. ES. Yeah, literally same structure on ES. It looks like. Missing anything? Okay. All right, so that's chilling. And so I'm gonna use Nasdaq and S&P 500 to take my trade, obviously, but I might switch to micro when I place the trade, depending on where my stop loss and TP is going to be, which is something new I'm implementing in my own system. Because when I take a trade, I want my take profits, if I go long, to be at this draw in liquidity. Is that the only other one? Yeah. So if I'm going long, I want to hit it up here, but that also means I would want my stops to be 1-to-1. So at least 1-to-1. So that's 70 points. So I can't even risk that, putting it below these lows if I went long right here, you know? Um, so I would have to go micro. And I'm just understanding that. That is something new. But the pre-market sweep in continuation, I bet we hit this again and we'll either break structure, but oh, I guess, yeah, it's never really tapped it, but oh, we changed that right now. So I had to write down today because I keep blowing funded accounts that I'm going to be patient I'm going to be disciplined. I want my dream life. I won't trade emotionally. I'm grateful. So those are some things I wrote down before hopping on the charts this morning. Just kind of remembering that um, I have to work on my discipline and I have to work on my risk management. Uh, if you're new here, I've only ever gotten 3 payouts in the past month, and I've blown about 11 funded accounts in the past month. So that ratio is not very good. I'm trying to work on it and create momentum instead of just like, yeah. Anyway, uh, also, if you're new here and you don't know what I trade, literally the TJR method or the model. So I'll write it out. Okay, so number one is a draw and liquidity gets hit, um, or a high time frame key level. Those black lines, those have to get hit before I enter anything. Then I have to, number two, wait for a break of structure or a continuation. Number three is wait for a confirmation that it's going in that direction. And then number four, a 1 minute break of structure again, and then enter. So this is what I trade every day. And win rate's pretty good, but emotions are usually getting in the way of me becoming consistent. So, all right. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Also, I gotta schedule 5 minutes on this. Schedule 5 minutes on this. These are micros in case I do micros today. Okay. So, oops. Looks like both of them have filled their orders and might want to come up here. And when I'm switching tabs, I'm just switching from NASDAQ to ES. You can see it in the background which one I'm looking at if you're confused on why the tabs keep swapping. So for example, if I'm following this and it starts to head down, I would just, number one's checked off. We have this previous day high getting swept. And then if it broke structure to the downside by closing lower than this low, inversing this fair value gap, and then making a lower low and a lower high, I would enter there after doing the other few steps, if that makes sense. And then for this example as well, or continuation. So this would have to print higher than this high here, this candlestick, and then it would have to print a higher low. I would draw the gamma box, or this is the Fibonacci. I don't know why. I don't, Gann box. Honestly, I might start using that. Let's edit this so I can. Everybody uses this now. I guess this is trending. So we're gonna just go ahead and can we? Okay. What is it looking like now? Yeah, I don't care about time levels, I guess. Cool. Oh, and then the color. I don't want a color. Yeah, this is what people use now, so we're over with the Fibonacci. Anyway, so if it made a higher high, tap 50, continued. Anyways, So let's just be patient. That's the biggest thing here. Obviously, it's not picking direction. If you look in the 1 minute, lower low, higher high, maybe a lower low or a higher low. It's just kind of like a skewer in both directions, not knowing what to do. The higher time frame is bullish, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to automatically be bullish for the day. I know this giant 100-point candlestick created an imbalance in price, so I'm like, maybe we're going to come down and fill these before continuing up to hit this level. So let's just figure it out as we go. We got fair value gaps kind of stacked on top of each other here as well, kind of supporting the bullish structure. What's S&P 500 doing? We might get a 5-minute SMT. Wait, maybe. That's the previous low. That's the previous low. Oh yeah, maybe. There's still time. So we got that. And oh, no, not anymore. Okay. So it looks like price might want to correct itself here. Sometimes I like to go to the 15-minute. There's definitely going to be support here on the 15-minute if we choose to come down that far. And then also the Gann box. 50% for, it's about 25342. So if we do head down, we might pull back at this level. I'll just mark this out to remind myself, but I'll mark it in yellow. That way I can remember. Yes, I actually printed a lower high on the 15-minute, which makes me a little bit stronger on a bearish trend for ES if we do decide to start pushing down. It's a big if though. Still kind of not choosing directions. Oh, where'd the Gann box go? It disappeared. It is so cold in my room. Mm. Ideally, I would want it to push up a little bit more, like close at like 400. Yeah, nothing to enter off of right now. It'd be very aggressive to sell here. It's looking like a sell right now, but in 2 minutes it could look like a buy. So kind of like an ES a little bit more. Okay, so we definitely broke structure now, but it's how are we going to react when a higher time frame discount price shows itself, and then also can we get a break to the upside before followed by like a break to the downside right after, kind of for extra confirmation is what I'm hoping for. But right now, if it can, you know, let's just say all of this, on the 5 minute even is support as well as the GAN box 50%, and it should kind of reject out of here. And selling right here would be a bad idea because your stops would have to be really, really, really high. So let's see. It's kind of rejecting off that. ES didn't even hit that yet. I think NASDAQ on the lower time frame looks healthier for a sell. All right, let's see if we can retrace up. Yeah, see if we can retrace up. ES is looking stronger. NASDAQ's looking weaker. So I guess if I was to go short, I would go NASDAQ. But if I'm going to go long, probably maybe ES. Assuming we're going to print a green, tapping 25. Damn, dude, if we continue down, I'd be kind of shocked. I'm going to move this down to this low. Alright, let's see. Are we going to want to take this high is the question. We're going to want to start coming up for this high. Are we going to want to hit that low? What are we doing? Okay. Pretty strong move up. Let's just say that does print green. It's almost 50% retraced from that high. Put a yellow to remember. Even if I do go short, let's see. I'm practicing entries, so I put my stops above this. So 62 points is that would have to be a micro NASDAQ for sure. Damn. Okay. And what about take profit? Let's just say same place. 62 to 142. I have to go micro. What about S&P? Yeah. What's that looking like? It's just continuing down. So break of structure, almost tap 50. I do want to be patient more. It did not close below this fair value gap that's stacked. So there is still some bullish what do you call that? Yeah, ES, same thing. Trading pretty similarly, which I am always relieved to see that. So Okay, let's see if we can hit this yellow line and then maybe show, if we can hit this yellow line, that'd be phenomenal. And then close below this low. I'm gonna start marking things back in black. I don't like yellow. Okay, what about S&P? Okay. Oh, I just deleted the yellow line subconsciously. I didn't even recognize that I did that. Whoops. I'm assuming it was like right here. So, alright. Maybe it wants to start becoming bullish. Okay. So as of right now, high time frame key level got hit, breakup structure when it made a lower low equal high, but mainly right here it inverses fair value gap, printed again a lower low. So if this green candlestick doesn't come up right now and take out this high, and price starts to reverse on the 1 minute, then I would say having another lower high would be a confirmation, especially after hitting the GAN 50 and then pushing down. But I thought you could extend these. Well, I know you can with the dots, but oh, actually, S&P has a fair value gap on the 5 minute. It might inverse. Well, look at that. Maybe after all, price wants to push up. So we'll give it like a few more minutes just because, I mean, NASDAQ taking out small orders here, pushing down. Good reaction for bearish. It'd be nice to see, yeah, ES do the same thing. But the higher time frame is bullish, so my bias is bullish on the day. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start to head up. I mean, that was a strong reaction. Ooh, very strong reaction. But there's still 2 minutes till we can potentially inverse that and push up. So staying patient is hard, especially when like some of your stuff in here like is completed. Just gotta get ready on the micros as well in case I decide to take a micro. But okay. Let's see. Man, having a hard time picking, I guess. If we print a higher low here and ES inverses this fair value gap, I'm gonna have to wait longer. Maybe go long because maybe price wants to hit this. This would be the target for a long. And then this would be one of the targets for short, and then second target, and then maybe third. Okay, it's pushing back up. S&P potential 1 minute left to inverse that, and then maybe even the next candlestick has the same thought of trying to inverse that. I mean, I could see an aggressive entry on NASDAQ soonish. I want to go bearish, but this is a little bit of weird price action, so I can't do anything yet. Patience, patience, patience. Okay. Oh, let's see. Ooh. Okay. All right. We're gonna get in on micro NASDAQ.
Order filled.
For a sell. And we are going to target all the way. Actually, let's just look. I'm thinking maybe I'll do partials just to practice. So maybe what levels? 357, 357. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, 253. 253 is one. So I'll take out 3 contracts here. And then where's the next level? 25198. 25198. And it just 25198. Okay. I think, yeah. Okay, let me tell you guys why I entered really quick. I followed everything. We had, as you guys know, there's a high time frame key level right here. We tapped into that, and then afterwards we pushed down, causing an inverse on this fair value gap, making also a lower low, closing below this line here. And then we tried to push up, but we got a good rejection after taking some small orders up here, and it pushed down, and then I scaled to the 1 minute, and I waited for a lower low, so this line closed, or this closing below this, and then a lower high also. So it's just like, to me, it looks like it's stepping down. I think we'll for sure start to really ride if we can close below this line. However, as you guys know, I was bullish on the day, so I could see why there would be more buyers than sellers. So right now, we're rocking with a stop loss up here and two take profits down here. So anything can happen. Uh, for me, this is a B tier setup. Price has been a little choppy. I think the only thing I could have done is waited, because right now it kind of looks like for a buy order, my line would be, it hits 75 and maybe it'll get a good reaction off of that. But only time will tell. I think if we can come down to this black line, I'll go break even as well. So oh, I think I can put, I've honestly never done this, but let's put it. If we print a higher low, that kind of be not a good look for us. No, filling orders here, but I think we can push further. There we go. There we go. That's some good price action right there. Oh, we did touch break even. So I am going to eliminate my risk. And the reason I put it there is just because it is in the center of this fair value gap. Almost. Not full center, but also it's going to take that liquidity from this support level here. So I was like, all right, if we push up, then so be it. That would be a crazy push up from there. So, which it looks like it's potentially going to do, maybe. Actually, Cover my fees. Nice. Alright, well, this one might be a long one. I think if we start to close below this line, I'll move my profit to this line. Oh, well, might be getting tapped out.
Order filled.
Okay. Well, I don't know why we started to turn around there. Well, I do, actually. I mean, um, look at this 15-minute fair value gap for support. And then on top of that, uh, liquidity down here. I don't know that we were going to go to full take profit. Um, so maybe I could have closed like half my position instead of the full thing. But the last thing I would want to have happen is a trade like that come back to break even. I do want to get a payout. So I might look for another trade. If I do, I'll insert it here. But honestly, that was that. So, no, might continue. I don't want to watch it. Okay, so maybe I should just take notes here. So now that we are continuing, had I been in this trade at break even, I'd still be in. And then I can move my, now that it's made this move up, and now that it's going down, I'd be like, okay, so it did fill orders to push up, but now it's already continuing down. So that's confirmed. It's like confirmed that it would have hit my TP at this point. So then I could have moved my shit down. Higher risk, higher reward, right? Damn. All right. Anyways, peace.